In Ghana, religion is a powerful force, and Christianity is one faith which dominates this West African nation. Emmanuel Akrona leads the Bethel Assembly of the Pentecostal Church of Christ.
In the olden days, people knew there was God. The people here knew there was God. But the medium through which they were serving God is what was wrong. It's like serving stones as their God, serving rocks as their gods, serving the rivers as their gods. And this had been with the people over the ages. And since the gospel of Christ had come, their faith must also change.
Millions set aside Sunday for Jesus, and they worship him with fervour. But hymns aren't the only songs sung on holy days. In this poor part of Accra, Ghana's capital, the answer to over 1,000 prayers lies not with Christ, but with young professional footballers. Today it's the Soccer Killers up against Crazy Bontia, another match in the South Swalaba Football Association competition. Of the 5 boys on each team, none is older than 9. Each is paid the equivalent of a Ghanaian carpenter's daily wage, or about $4 a match. The Soccer Killers coach pays the players in cedis, the national currency.
We pay them 8,000, sometimes 10,000 and things. When we win the game, we used to pay them 10,000. But when we lose, we pay them 8,000 cedis.
For players like Daddy, the Soccer Killers captain, the money is vital, not just for him, but for his whole family. Without his match payments, he'd be just another mouth to feed.
I use some to buy bandages and my pants and my shirts. And other, I give some to my mother.
We share the money to the players. And sometimes when we don't have enough money, we used to buy this thing, food, so that they all eat.
A passion for football is undeniable amongst the crowd, but it's gambling which lures many to worship at this rugged pitch. And betting is vital to the league's existence. There's no way to make spectators pay to watch, so wagers between the organisers of each team keep the struggling association alive. Its president, George Thompson, holds the kitty for each match.
Correct. So if you say your team can win and my team can win, let's bet. And you bring your money. Any team wins, then it takes the money. The winner will take all.
A bet can be laid on anything from the final result to the next scorer. So the boys take shots from anywhere. They know it's good to be the one to deliver the winnings.
The church is against gambling, and that's why the church is always hammering on the government to do something about gambling, which is destroying most lives in Ghana. In Ghana, we feel gambling is doubling money, and God's word do not allow people to double money. You are to work with your hands, and God will bless the work that you do.
While money is won and lost on football, religions throughout Ghana collect hard-earned alms from their poor followers. But they seem happy to share what little they have for charitable works.
We are doing that. You know, the schools have established orphanages. We've established vocational schools where those street children are getting trained. They've established catering schools where those who were not privileged to go to higher institutions go there to get the trade. It was the missions that brought schools that made us know A from B. Formerly we didn't know. And so Christianity has really helped us a lot. And it is moving us forward.
For most Ghanaians, tomorrow offers little more than today. So when Crazy Bontia managed to slip a goal past the Soccer Killers keeper, the crowd celebrates like there is indeed no tomorrow. The goal scorer is an instant hero and his fans are happy. But some say celebrations like this have no foundation when money is won and lost on a poor boy's bandaged foot.
Yes, it's a big problem because out of gambling, a lot of the youth are getting destroyed because laziness comes out of gambling. People don't want to work with their hands, and yet they want to get in abundance. And then if they don't win, whatever gambling they are engaged in, it turns them into wayward lives. That is stealing, armed robbery, and a whole lot of things. So the church is really concerned.
While the boys dream of football glory, the cost can be high. In heavily populated, developing countries like Ghana, people can seem to be expendable, and there are always more boys waiting to play, adding to the pressure to perform.
Yes, I play serious.
In such a poor country, it's easy to understand the appeal of playing soccer for money. Not only does each game put food in 10 boys' bellies, it also fuels dreams of truly professional careers. And after a decade of the association, there are already international players who began their careers on this dirt pitch.
We have produced a lot of players from this small park. Player like Gordon Atram, he's under 17 captain. The under 17 captain, we produced him from this same park. Stephen Aprea, under 17 player, key player, he is now professional at Europe. He also from this year. And the Laikistin, the one who scored the Nigerian goal, he also was started. And these three players that I mentioned were from these Soccer Killers. But we need support, we need financial support to go to be on the official level so that we can create like premier teams.
In a part of the world where most are born with nothing to lose, life can come down to a choice of faith. Either way, it's a gamble. The chance of winning today against hopes of religious salvation.